Let's get out to Phil LeBeau now with the CEO of EV maker Slate. Phil, over to you.
Thank you, Will. Chris Barman, CEO of Slate, joining us in front of two of your prototypes here. The basic Slate that you get for $25,000 and a wrapped one. And we'll talk about the wrapped one, the customization, in a bit. What makes you think that you can go from prototype, which you have right now, to delivery and production by the end of next year?
Well, first, Phil, thanks for having us on. Really great to be here to be able to share the blank slate with you. We are in our prototype phase right now, and with that prototype phase, we've already built 70 vehicles. So we've got confidence in our design, and we're really in the industrialization phase. And we have you here today for our reopening event in Warsaw, Indiana, where we will be building the vehicle next year.
This is an old, basically, printing plant. They made phone books here. You're going to be putting together your EVs here. The price point of $25,000. That has long been what many people in the auto industry, and you come from Fiat Chrysler, years at Fiat Chrysler, you know people always have said, get it under 30 and people will buy it. What makes you think that you can be successful, first of all, at manufacturing and selling at $25,000 and therefore can bring in the audience that you think that other automakers have tried to and have been failing to do?
So we're coming to market in a very different way. Many other companies tried to come in at the high end. We really want to solve the problem of the affordable vehicle. So we started at looking at what can we do to make it a very efficient package. So we've taken everything out that's not a car.
Including the radio.
We've taken out the radio. You also have manual windows, so we don't have that into the cost of the vehicle. But we've designed the car such that it can be added in later. So we do have an app so that if you want your streaming audio, you want your navigation, that's how you can bring it into the vehicle. And it's tech that you already know and love. But also, if you want to have power windows, we offer that as an accessory. What you see behind us here with the blank slate, we build every one exactly the same in the same configuration. But it can become this SUV that you see over here. And that's all through accessorization. We've designed it to be easily done, and in many instances, DIY by the owner.
Chris, what you're telling me is a different story of a similar but different. I've covered a number of EV companies over the last 10 years, and they all say we're different. We do something different. Our costs will be lower because of X, Y, and Z. And yet there's a graveyard of EV startups that have not made it. Why do you think you will make it?
We've gone back to first principles and basics and looked at what are the things that we can do to make this cost effective. So our exterior panels, for example, are a composite material. And in doing that, we're allowed to put in a gray color so that what you see here, and so we mold in the color. What it means to us is we don't need a stamping operation, which keeps our costs down. We don't need to paint the exterior panels, which helps not only our investment costs, but our operational costs are much lower. And how we know that customers want to have color on the vehicle, and by having that color, we do it through wraps. So like you see here, we've wrapped this one with a little bit of a flavor of the state of Indiana.
But you're also coming into a market without a $7,500 federal EV tax credit. And let's be clear here, the momentum towards EVs is not there. It's moving away. The market is moving away from EVs. How do you win that buyer over? How do you get people to say, yeah, I do want an EV, even if I'm not going to get that $7,500 tax credit?
Yeah, we do have it on an EV platform. We often think that the EV is the least interesting thing about it. We like that it's on an EV platform. But the fact that it's built as a configuration of one to help keep our costs down in our manufacturing operation, but the fact that you can accessorize it and change it, and we're able to offer it at that price point of the mid-20s is going to be very attractive to individuals because they can get this vehicle and it changes with them over time. It's not a commitment at the price of purchase. They can change it as their budget allows, as their preferences allow, and it can be many different ways, shapes, or forms over the life of the vehicle.
SK On is your battery manufacturer, but you're actually going to be putting the packs together here in Warsaw, Indiana. There are so many folks that are focused on these battery manufacturers who, yes, they're in production now, but let's be clear, the Trump administration is not exactly favorable when it comes to the EV industry. Any concerns there?
SK On is our partner. They're very well established. They have a plant in Commerce, Georgia, where they're delivering today to many in the auto industry. We will be receiving our modules from that location, and we will be assembling them into packs here in Warsaw.
And we start production, or you start production, end of next year and deliveries next year?
Our plans have us starting production and delivering end of next year.
Chris Barman, CEO of Slate. Gotta say, guys, it's interesting. It's an interesting concept. 25 grand. It's basic, but you can wrap it, as you see with the one that is over here behind Chris.